So, hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Bozemax, and today I'm here with Next for just one little match, or a little match. It's actually quite a big match, really. It's E-Wave versus Entropy. It's one of those catch-up matches. I believe it was like originally supposed to take place like around the 10th of March or so, but unfortunately, these players weren't able to play for whatever reason, and we're now just catching up with this match. This is the second last match for the group, but it's actually one that's quite meaningful because if we actually take a quick look on the groups right now, we can actually see that E-Wave is already locked in for the second spot of that group, just below Team Misclick. So E-Wave doesn't really have too much to worry about, although they're actually not locked in the second spot, sorry. They're locked on either the second or the third spots. It all really depends on what happens today against Entropy, because if Entropy were to win, they could technically steal that second spot from E-Wave right now, and then E-Wave would be ending up in the third spot. But if E-Wave would just win, it's all safe for them. But then Entropy, however, will need to worry, because there's still one more match going to be played, which is going to be between Stark and Royal. And if Entropy would lose this one and Stark would win that one, then Entropy will be lowest toward the fourth place and will start in the lower bracket, where then Stark will steal a spot in the upper bracket. So it's a quite meaningful one. And before we jump into this match, just quickly look at which map we're actually going to be playing. And I'll give the word to next right now, so we can actually talk about I'll talk about which map we're going to be playing.
Yeah, that's going to be quite important here. And of course, second and third place doesn't really matter at the end of the day. It's the winner of the group that's going to pick who's going to be starting playing against them or who's going to be in the other spot. But on with the bans, first off, Villa actually being a very popular choice in the group stage. I think it's one of the most played maps. Yep, it's currently tied up. Oh, never mind. It is the most played map of the group stage. That's banned off by Entropy right off the gate. Clubhouse being then banned. Border. I don't think Border has been played once this entire. Yep, Sound haven't been played once this entire group stage. Teams definitely not liking that map. Cafe, Skyscraper, neither. Not really getting much play so far. I mean, they were quite. Actually, never mind. They were quite popular, but still getting banned off. Bank being banned out, Chalet, the other very popular map, being banned, and lastly, Theme Park Enemy. That means we're playing Oregon. I've seen Oregon I haven't seen Oregon in quite a bit, so it's going to be interesting to see how teams are going to be playing that. I mean, people say it's a boring map, but hey, I like to see it sometimes.
Yeah, perhaps to do with like the amount that we saw Oregon like last season, season 4. I'm not talking about, was like one of the most played maps during the season, and that's why some people started calling it Borgen for that reason. But yeah, we're not just jumping into this map, this first map and only map for today, because there's only one match today: E-Wave versus Entropy on the map Oregon. When the map is just loading in, and we'll jump into this match any second. And there we go.
Yep.
So yeah, let's just have a look on. Let's have a look on which operators are going to be bans. Just what do you think about these operators bans that are going to be happening? Let me know.
First off, it's ESA. I mean, yeah, second most banned operator. That's quite expected, especially on this map. She could be quite useful when pushing some of these quite narrow corridors. She can be, yeah, very well played there. Secondly, Thatcher, which is quite interesting. I would have expected more of maybe a Flores ban to deal that deals with those people playing on elbow and the shields and utility, but Thatcher being banned off, that's gonna be interesting to see. Third, Solus, the most banned operator
Yep.
in so far. Actually, in the groups, it has been banned a nice 69% of the games in Group C. Yep, that's
just
rough for Solus, and yeah, banned once again. And last, Melusi, which is an interesting ban. Yeah, haven't been banned once, I think. No, it has been banned twice in the group stage.
Yeah, Melusi just like used to be such an annoying operator, but basically when her counter came, like when look at all those year 8 season 1 backgrounds. Holy damn, so many people having that one, and then so many also with the I didn't know. I forgot the team name with the wave logo.
I think.
Sorry.
Beast Coast, I think.
Yeah, correct. And actually, it's quite matching with E-Wave, of course, because it is a wave like that that's showing there. It's not the logo of E-Wave, but it still kind of resembles it, and so that's kind of cool. But yeah, cool background, nice to see. And like what I was talking about, like of course Melusi getting like the nerf, of course that we saw some time ago, actually a pretty long time ago even, which of course did decrease her popularity quite a bit. After which we didn't see her being banned as often anymore. But indeed, 2 times. This will be the 3rd time. And
10 seconds to go.
yeah, I think how many matches do we still have to go? Oh, this is there's 3 more matches after today. So there's 1 match on Tuesday and 2 matches on Wednesday, and that's when the entire group phase will be closed, and then we know like the full stats of the group phase, which we're actually very interested with because like the stats are quite interesting, and especially once we go into like the playoff stage where we will be playing BO3s, things will play out a bit different. I do think we will see some different maps. Maybe Border could be played a little bit more, as I've heard it's a bit more of a BO3 map, which will be always nice thing to see. Yeah, certain maps being played a bit more, especially if they're such an underdog.
Yep. Definitely excited for the best of 3s. I haven't seen
Yes.
best of 3s in quite a while, so it's going to be really, really exciting to see. But now, attackers making their way towards the map of Oregon. Defenders, of course, playing below, and should be playing with the Mira, and not much roaming happening here as E-Wave already coming into the 1st floor. Yeah, and should be just bunkered in around site here, and just waiting patiently for these attackers to come to them, into their hands.
Yeah, just a Sorry, yeah, it's just a matter of time before the attackers actually find out that there's not a single roam on the board. Of course, a Jekyll would have helped on this point, but if they just do some proper drone work and maybe have placed some proper pre-placed drones, they will know about this. And as they're not kind of focusing on opening the hatches and just working their way towards the bottom floor, it seems like they're actually fully aware of this position, which is of course a good position to be in. 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock. Most of the important hatches already being opened. So the attackers now have some opportunities to actually get closer to the bomb site, eventually put up some pressure and get into those first gunfights. Just a bit of journeying happening, just finding where those defenders are playing. They're all downstairs, but where are they? It's still a pretty big floor, but once they know, we will likely see any execute happening soon.
And there it comes as Yuki takes the opening frag. Quite uneventful first 2 minutes, but the Jaeger finds the Ying. That's Ying off the board. That's no Cantelis left. Used as surely tries to drop into E-box, but gets taken out by Phantom. And now in a 3v5 situation with 50 seconds left. E-Wave are not looking great as one more drops, and Rizraz does find one. Immediately traded out by Vasi. So now 2v4. Dex now drops into the hatch. Hatch being a very popular spot to attack in, but gets taken out by Vasi. Now 1v4 situation. Oh, nearly takes out the person reinforcing the wall. But now 1v4 situation is very tough. Finds one. Now in 1v3. But 20 seconds left. No diffuser in hand. Is aware of the player playing on those stairs. But it does not seem to be. Maybe a panic. Smokes come out. Does hand a bit of damage onto Afla. 7 seconds left. He needs to get into sight. He needs to either plant diffuser or find everyone, but he can't. Afla delivers the final shots into the Lion, and that's the first round sealed for Entropy.
And it's the first good opening round there for Entropy, of course. Entropy was giving a lot of space to the attacking team, especially to get like a proper entry into the map. Like usually you would see like maybe 1 or 2 roamers towards the first bit of the round, which then would eventually fall back if needed. But in this case, it's just Entropy deciding to just completely play on site, just leave everything to the attackers, unless the exception of the only area that really matters to them, which is of course is the bomb site. You would expect that in this case it would be E-Wave who will be able to be benefiting from that, but in the end they only brought Nibbana, which was only allowing them to open certain hatches, but they couldn't really put any pressure from construction area, opening some of those walls. And therefore the options were still fairly limited. Like they could drop into some of the bomb sites, like some of the close rooms towards the bomb site, which is of course a very risky play. and then it didn't really work out for them. And it was just Entropy taking them out one by one. And that's the first round. It kind of gives me like a deja vu feeling for the match which we saw on Thursday, I believe it was. It was me and Uncooked. A match. I'm not even sure who was playing anymore back then. But we're kind of seeing the same thing. Like, not a single defender roaming. Attackers just being able to take so much space, but not able to be benefiting from it. Like, once they actually entered the bomb site, there was just nothing really they could do. It was so difficult for them to properly enter.
Yeah, E-Wave just kind of... I thought they opened the hatches and then just kind of went, well, now what? No, no, what do you do? No, what do you do? And 3 people dropping that one hatch one by one, getting taken out by Entropy. Yeah, that wasn't a good execute command from them. And that strat of just bunkering inside, working out well for Entropy. Now they're going second floor, not being bunkered in now, as Aflo was roaming, but goes up the white stairs as he gets droned out. There's still one more roamer, I think, playing as Dipsy sees the toes of Yuki, cannot find any shots on him, just peppers some, but Afla does find a lot of damage. I think it was maybe from a nade from below, as of course 6, no, that wasn't a nade, still 6 nades on the board for E-Wave. That is a lot of utility just being, yep, now being thrown onto the floor from below, trying to find some defenders hiding in those corners or those common angles.
Yeah, that's indeed a lot of utility that the attackers have there, but one thing they do not have is any hard breacher whatsoever, so opening those walls is going to be impossible, which makes it very difficult to get a proper entry in the building. And this way that like Sleewood just needs to sacrifice himself on those white stairs, getting flanked, even not a single attacker backing him up, no refrag capabilities whatsoever, and it's just a very unfortunate dead there on the side of E-Wave, which shouldn't have happened. Like, they should have at least brought one hard breacher to just create some bit more opportunities for them to enter the building and the bomb site a bit more easily, to create some of the new entry points. Almost a bit of friendly damage there on the Knuckles getting up the stairs, but luckily it wasn't. It was just Vessi getting damaged a bit. But yeah, so speaking, the timer is still going on, 50 seconds on the clock, and attackers barely have any control whatsoever. Like, there's 2 players outside of the building just waiting for the big window, and 2 players still downstairs. They will eventually need to rush up some of the stairs and hop into the windows, which is absolutely not an ideal situation to be in. Like, maybe refs can create for some kind of distraction and some kills from behind here, from the armory side. Well, things are going to be very tough without any walls to be open, but refs actually gets a kill there on NT. That's a 4 versus 4. But as you speak, Bessie gets a kill there on refs. Is now 3 versus 4. Would Dipsy actually go for the defuse? Will he be able to stick it though? That's the question. As Bessie gets a kill on Dex, the fuser goes down. It's a 2 versus 3 situation. The Valkyrie gets injured. It's a 2 versus 2. Phantom very low HP. Smoke still full, and one attacker still inside the building, while the other one is playing from the outside. And there's now 35 seconds on the clock. Smoke gets found, gets taken out by Dipsy, and the position of Phantom is now known, who's very low in HP, like we pointed out before. This is a very tough position for him to be in. 1 player on the outside, 1 on the inside, right on top of the diffuser. And yeah, as the time is ticking on, the chances for him are getting very limited. 70 seconds on the clock. He needs to get the kills right now in order to go for the defuse. But in the end, it's Dipsy with the final kill there on Phantom, taking out the final attacking player of E-Wave, winning another round there. Or sorry, taking out the defending player, sorry. Getting a first round there for E-Wave, and therefore putting the score on 1-1.
That was a very ballsy defuse coming out from E-Wave, but I guess it worked out. Those Goyo cannons and smokes wasting a lot of time, but they're evidently not enough, as E-Wave does have enough time to go for that defuse, plant it, and just wait a bit and let the defenders go into their hands. But now Entropy going once again onto the second floor, going to be trying to be a bit more successful this time, and NT coming up with an works that I don't think we saw last time. And neither did we see a Warren. Clearly a counter shot to the smokes that were thrown out from the big window onto the floor to deny that line of sight. Is going to be countered by the Warden.
Yeah, I gotta
Very
be
interesting
honest.
adaptation.
Oh, sorry. I gotta be honest. Like, I really didn't think that E-Wave will be able to win that one. Like, not a single heart breach really makes attacking like a bombs like is pretty difficult. Like, usually we would at least see some kind of heart breach either happening like on the closet or on the attic area, just to give that extra entry point, an extra bit of pressure, and then nice some of the places for the defenders to play in. But actually being able to pull this off just from and like trying to push from the wide side and the big window, that's quite a big accomplishment. Because I believe it in one point it was a 3 versus 4 when they started the plant, and then it turned into a 2 versus 4. But it's of course a very impressive way, and even more impressive is Dex already getting the first kill there on Anti. It's already the orange of the board, a very early pick. If Vessi is not too careful, he might be found as well. His position is no, yes, he gets found as well. And Slew with a kill on Vessi, but an Afla with a kill on Dex, taking out the sledge. So the defenders are clearly playing far offside at the moment, just trying to do a lot of damage, but in the end they are the one getting damaged just a bit more. They lost 2, only got 1. And if Afla is not careful enough, he will be found as well. It does do a bit of damage, but also gets damage as himself as well. And so the round goes on in a 4 versus 3 situation, which is 1 minute expired so far.
But, early aggression coming out from Entropy, and it continues as Afla finds another one. Rizraz clearly not expecting that pick from main window. And now in a 3-3 situation, Ravs on a slither of HP, just one bullet and he is dead. E-Wave playing downstairs currently. Still have 3 nades in their pocket as one comes out. Does not find anyone. And now, with a minute 30 on the clock left for them to attack the site, things aren't looking too great for E-Wave as they're still on the bottom floor. They still don't really know if any roamers are left as Shulwu just making sure that nobody is in freezer. There's on some nades, but they're going in blind with those nades, just completely kind of wasting them. Of course, this does create a bit of vertical play onto the side, but doesn't really find anyone. Kind of wastes the potential as Shulwu gets downed from, I'm guessing, a vertical angle. Yes, it is from a vertical angle that he himself created from a nade, but of course gets picked up. Now, 20 HP is going to be rough for him. Smokes do come out from Dipsy, but there's still a word on the board that can deny some of that potential utility that the smokes provide.
Yeah, currently 30 seconds on the clock, so the execute needs to happen anytime soon. And with such a little HP on the attacking side, things are going to be very difficult. One bit of luck is though that the smoke used every single of his canisters, so that's one thing they need to worry about. And then Dipsy luckily is still full HP, so there's certainly some opportunity right there. We're kind of in a similar position like compared to the first round that we saw. And again, they're just going in, smoke canisters coming up, but no, unfortunately, Phantom taking out Dipsy 2 versus 2. As you speak, rest of the kill Yunki, and then Phantom with a kill on Sliwa and Afla with a kill there, right there. And that's a defensive win round right there for Entropy Gaming. Adding another round to the score and putting the score on 1-2. Again, a nice attempt of E-Wave though, especially towards the end of the round, just trying to get in the first time, or like in the second round, it did work out well for them. Unfortunately, this round, Entropy was a little bit more prepared for it and managed to take them all out before they even were able to do some proper damage. So therefore the score is now 1-2. And if we're actually looking in the Twitch chats, the prediction has ended as well. 7 people have casted a vote for this match, of which 3 people have voted for E-Wave and 4 people have voted for Entropy. So this is promising to be a very close match.
Yeah, but Entropy currently on their defense does look, to me, just a bit stronger than E-Wave. Of course, that one round E-Wave have won. I think it was a bit of a fluke, the defense of Entropy. And yeah, their second attack not working out for them. Really tried to go for the same strat, but it really did not pay off for them. Entropy was ready. Entropy did adapt to what E-Wave was bringing. And now it's E-Wave's turn to adapt as Entropy going downstairs, the side that was lost by E-Wave in quite a dramatic fashion. As looked a bit lost when they got those hatches, but not much in terms of shaking up the lineup from them as Shulwu just makes his way inside really quickly. Guess does not expect anyone to be playing or roaming around this map, and he is correct. No one is. Entropy playing it very, very bunkered in site yet again.
Yeah, it kind of seems like we're seeing similar kind of setup here from the defenders like we saw in the first round. Again, not a single roamer like you're pointing out. So it's just a matter of time again for the attackers to find out about this. It kind of seems like they're already somewhat aware, like corners are still being checked, but lots of drone work happening. So it's just a matter of time before they actually know, and as we're just nearing that 1 minute mark, or like the 2 minute mark, it kind of seems like they are aware right now. So the hatches are being opened to just creating a new, like some new lines of sight at entry points. But again, is it going to be enough? Last time it wasn't. They didn't have any way to open any further walls. Like potentially Hibana could still do so, but try to approach from blue or sorry, from construction or so. But in the end, it's going to be very tough with only having the hatches and stairs to your availability.
Well, that is going to be tough, especially a lot of utility being placed by entropy around the site. Those keep up barriers, a lot of them being placed on these doorways, going to be really hard with those denied lines of sight. But speaking of, they are being created by the Hibana bit here, putting up that door. But still, with a minute and 10 seconds left, no kills being done as Yuki gets quite a bit of pressure put on him, but still keeps himself alive here as Candelas are being brought out, and the execute does appear to be coming out as Dipsy finds himself on an NT with a double kill with a C4, but Dipsy finds him NT now. 3v3 situation, really well done by E-Wave, but 2v3 situation, it's not looking good. They did take control of this round site, but 2v2, absolutely insane. Dipsy finds a quad kill now, just one kill of the ace, but cannot find it as Shulwu does find the final kill on the smoke. That was a really quick, really fast-paced execute that works out really well for E-Wave.
Yeah, things were getting close in the end, of course, because like we did see the Lion getting injured, and there was only Hibana left standing, which didn't get in the end get the final kill. So there wasn't an attacking round there for E-Wave. So the score is back on an equal 2-2 score to keep things thrilling for this match. Of course, these are two big teams, so we're not expecting anything else. We're not hoping for anything else. We're just hoping for a very close match. And if this match would even go to overtime, it would even get more interesting in terms of points to be earned. But for now, things are going very well for either team, both 2 points in total, or 2 round wins in total. And if you're even looking at the scoreboard, like nothing too out of ordinary. Of course, each team has one player which is kind of staying behind with only 1 kill so far, and then 1 player really doing the best of their team. But in general, after 4 rounds, this is looking like a fairly normal, a fairly well scoreboard. So far, everyone is doing their job, of course. And as we're now heading into round 5, it's Entropy going for a 3rd time to the bomb site in the basement. They have won it once, lost it once, and the question is what will happen here for the 3rd time. They're going for a similar kind of setup. This time, however, they don't have a single deployable shields, which turned out to be very valuable for them in the previous rounds. But with the Ying and Blitz in play, it might be very difficult to hold on to that position either way. So maybe it's a good thing that they actually have decided to drop those.
This is going to be interesting to see what Rav's going to do on him. Interestingly enough, actually, I just looking at the points, if Entropy goes to overtime, they would get on 15 points. And if Stark wins their next match with non-overtime, they would be tied up on points, and the only thing that would separate Entropy and Stark from going 3rd and 4th would be the round differential. It's gonna be interesting to see if that's gonna happen. But now that doesn't really matter, as we're still at 2-2. Anything can happen, and E-Wave already getting the hatches. They do know that Entropy does not play around with roaming on this particular site.
Yeah, just basically a very similar kind of setup that we have seen in the previous rounds as well. So, like, E-Wave know what they're dealing against, what they're dealing up against, and just a matter of time for them to just go for execute again. Hibana pellets already coming out to open some of the hatches, even deal with some of the Azami shielding. Very creative, but this way they're just lining up, waiting for the right moment to go in to get some of those first picks, deal with some kind of utility that's placed here and there. But eventually we will see this execute happen. Of course, Blitz is going to be a very important part in that. They just create a first opening as the Godslings comes out. He rushes in, he goes in. I don't think think there's anyone playing an elbow as he's just completely ignoring that position. Finds the mute, actually manages to stun him, brings the pistol, doesn't do a lot of damage, actually chases him towards one of his teammates, and just in the end, sleep with getting the kill after Blitz did the first bit of work. But now Blitz is getting injured. It's a 5 versus 4 where Blitz is now going to be revived as he's in a fairly safe position where Sleevo is going to be able to cover the revive. And the round now goes on in 5 versus 4 with 50 seconds on the clock.
Blitz on that very low HP, it's going to be difficult for him to do anything as his legs are very vulnerable as Yuki gets a double kill. Phantom finds another one. Now a 2v4 situation. Even not looking good, but Rizraz still not losing hope. Takes out Afla. He's now still playing in a really tough position. Gets taken out by Vasi and Dipsy in a 1v3 situation. Now we know what he can do on this line. Can he do it again? Can he make this clutch happen? But with 20 seconds left, this is a very similar position as he found himself in round 1. No diffuser in hand, and 15 seconds left. He needs to push these defenders as he just peeks around and sees 2 people staring at him, and Yuki finds himself the final kill. And that is it. Entropy find themselves another round.
Yeah, things started out fairly well for E-Wave as they were making some good bit of control again, finding control of the map fairly easily. Just getting the first opening, the Blitz of course chasing the mute towards one of the teammates, the Yana on the backstairs. Everything seemed to go so well, and then things just completely fell apart. Some double kills happening from the defensive side. I believe it was the Jaeger getting the double kill.
Yeah,
Jaeger playing as Yuki. It was was playing on the Jaeger. Yeah, just things completely falling apart for E-Wave there. In the end, it was a good attempt, but it was just Entropy just completely shutting them down, just doing a bit better and winning the round in the end. So after Entropy just won another defensive round on the basement, they must go to a different bomb site again. And for this, we're going to the top floor, which they already played 2 times before, won it once, lost it once, and also this one will now be played for the 3rd time. And that way we're actually only seeing 2 bomb sites on the defensive side of Entropy.
Yeah, that is interesting. Also, what is interesting is Sholwo, will he keep this Amaru? Yes. No? Yeah. Yes, he will. That's an Amaru and a Ying. Clearly, E-Wave really liking that more aggressive approach to Entropy's defenses. We'll see how it plays out for them. But yeah, they have won that side once, lost that side once. And, well, I guess it's not going to be a rush into side, it's going to be a rush into the big tower as E-Wave swaps it out a bit. They bring Heartbreach, Rizraz playing Ace. I'm guessing they're going to be trying to get the attic wall, but Rizraz is currently going for the main wall, so I'm not sure what's going on there. We'll see, of course. Oh, actually, no, Shilwu has the breach charge on Maro, which he's already using. E-Wave swapping their attacking style here, going for a more traditional push on the main wall plus the attic wall. We'll see how it's going to play out for them this time, as already making their way towards those main walls. They've been thrown out to get rid of that B-Jammer, and already a first gunfight coming out. Rizraz exchanging shots with Afla. Afla coming just a bit out of top as Rizraz gets just that slither of damage done to him. But now, with 1 minute and 40 seconds left, Phantom playing this aggressive angle. Will we see some really interesting play from him?
Yeah, just a matter of time to actually find someone. He's just waiting there, Phantom, just waiting for the ace coming. Just barely saw the barrel of the gun and just patiently waiting for him to actually move in far enough to get a very easy kill there. A very unexpected kill, but he is not patient enough, but does still find the kill on Rizraz right there. That's a beautiful kill. That's the ace of the board. He did already use all of his utilities, so that's at least one good thing right there. But still, it's one player loss, something that the attackers cannot really afford at this moment. There's still 1 minute and 5 seconds on the clock, a 4 versus 5 situation. Some attackers also trying to take control over the attic sidebar. Again, someone with a shotgun is just waiting for him. This time it's Yuki, the smoke player. Joe shot his actually last smoke canister already, which is fairly fast. And as Afla gets a kill on Dex, it's a 3 versus 5. And Ying still on the roof here, just throwing Harry Candelas, but not being able to do anything with it at the moment. Just trying to create some kind of distraction, but it's not really too helpful. Sleevo, however, this might be why the Amaru pick was picked, but eventually it's a very unfortunate friendly flash. No. Just barely able to escape right in time. unfortunately his plan there fails, but at least he's alive. He's still able to do something for his team. It's a 3 vs 4, and as Slibo finds Afla, it's a 3 vs 3. I think can still go either way up from here.
Yep, this Shulbu gets downed, as does Bassi, and he gets taken out. But now, Yuki gets himself a kill. Now, in a 1v2 situation, Dipsy again with a slither HP, but NT does find that final kill. Things not looking too well for E-Wave as they finish this half in a 2-4. And now, going on to defense. Of course, things may turn around in defense as Oregon historically so far this season has been a bit of a defender-sided map. Yeah, actually quite a defender-sided map. 63% win rate. Actually, 64% win rate on defense and only 36 on attack. So it may be possible for E-Wave to claw this back.
Yeah, that's quite a big defensive rate indeed. Of course, we now have the role swap where Entropy is now playing as the attacking team and E-Wave is playing as the defending team. So if those stats are a bit reliable, then technically E-Wave should have a very good chance in winning some extra points here, bringing things back to an equal score of a 4-4 score, which will be very cool to see. But it's really up to them. They will be starting out in the basement bomb site, of course, a very popular bomb site, a very understandable bomb site. You could have just also started on the top floor as well, which is just as popular, really. But in the end, they need to play it anyway, so why not start here? Here we're seeing a very similar kind of setup that we have seen before. Deployable shield is in play. It's going to be played there on the elbow spot. ADS is likely to be placed there as well. Actually, no, he doesn't have a single ADS. Oh, there's actually both. No, there's one placed on the left side of the door, but not a single one really to defend the shield, which is quite interesting. It should be fairly easy for the attacking team to deal with the deployable shield in this case, but maybe the attackers of the defenders have something else planned, which will just save the day for them anyway.
We just need to wait and see as Entropy already making their way into bottom of Big Tower, making quick way into the building. Drone work being quite well done by the team as they take control of meeting. I think that's what they're going to be going for. Maybe this hatch, maybe just from this side as Legion Mines come out. Now they should know that Afflet at least is coming from this bag side here. Yeah, Entropy will be looking to get some picks here as a bit of a stalemate comes in. 1 minute has elapsed here. And I see two people coming into bunker. But they'll need to deal with the smoke, of course, playing on the elbow, and Jaeger playing, I think that's the Strike or E-Box, I'm not really sure where he was playing, but the hatch does come open, and now that's the E-Box of the play. Oh, Monty, that's why they picked him, that's why they want him on board, as he can quite effectively deal with the elbow player. And still, a 5v5 with a minute 40 seconds that has passed here.
Yeah, for the past seconds, not too much has happened really. Like, just a lot of attackers just waiting and waiting and waiting, just looking for opportunities, scouting a little bit. Now finally the Monty trying to contest bunker a little bit, just quickly scouting. Nicodemus, however, those seem to be thrown. This is maybe the distraction they were waiting for. Attackers are coming in and coming in hot right now. Yang goes for the drop, tries to contest Electric and Pillar, where he does find one player, takes him out as well. Afla with a kill on Dex, Vessi with a kill on Slivo, Dipsy then however with a kill on Vessi, which brings things to 3 vs 3, but as Afla gets a double kill on both Dipsy and Risres, it's all coming down to Ref right here, who then also gets found by Afla. I believe that could have been a triple or quad kill for him right here, but a beautiful round either way for the attacking team. Entropy Gaming just adding another round to the board and putting the score on 2-5. Just bringing them one step closer to the match point.
Affleck coming in absolutely clutch there with that flank onto Freezer, coming out of nowhere there. The defender's definitely not expecting him there. Going for Mass with the 4 kills. Without him, I don't think they would have won that round. It didn't really look like it was all coming together for the players that were attacking from this bunker and Pillar side, but yeah, just Afla going massive, and that's what you want. And now 2-5 on the scoreboard here for Entropy. That's a really good position to be in on this map as E-Wave decides to go yet again downstairs not making too many changes in their lineup. Actually, no, Wamai being brought out by Dipsy and just playing on the Jaeger. A lot of nade denial here. Yes, yeah, they don't want those nades and don't want those Candelas. Actually, no, Wamai was played before. Wait, never mind. Yeah, really similar pick. Really similar pick.
Yeah, yet again, we're
Anyway.
seeing a blitz for the second time during this matchup. Very interesting to see so many shield operators being played this time. Of course, the attackers do seem to be aware of one of the defending players actually currently like holding on into the big tower area. Although it's questionable whether they actually know. Well, after Dipsy does lose some shots, of course, the position is now very much known. He's actually quite surrounded. Both of the windows, the southern and the northern window. There's a player repelling, so he will be known, but actually does manage to find Betsy. And then, however, it's Anti actually getting killed on refs, but still Dipsy playing in this upper tower. He needs to be very careful though, because someone is playing very close to him on the window. But as a neighbor strong, he needs to relocate himself, which actually throws a Wamai just as well to catch any further nades. But still, he's holding on, wasting a huge amount of time. But he should be spotted there from the window. Yes, he does in the end, and he gets taken out. But at the same time, things are falling apart for E-Wave. So many lives lost. Attackers do not seem to have a side control yet, however, but there's only one defender alive, which of course is Dex right here, and this 1 versus 4 situation, a very tough position to be in, with even 1 minute and 45 seconds, giving enough time for the attackers just to regroup themselves, get some further information, and eventually go for a very safe execute.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, as first engagement being taken by Dex with Phantom, but he does not win it out, and Phantom closes it down for Entropy, and now they move on to match point in this match, looking to secure themselves the 3rd place spot from Stark, not wanting that overtime, wanting that non-overtime for points for themselves, and E-Wave not putting up too much in terms of defensive capabilities, as they decide to go this time 2nd floor dorms, the kids dorms. That makes sense. They have not been able to do anything against Entropy's attacks there. It was quite a good try from Dipsy defending on the big tower. Did take out one, but the rest of Entropy's lineup did collapse on his position and took him out as well. Yeah, just things falling quite. Not falling great for E-Wave.
Yeah, well, either way, it's now match point there for Entropy Gaming. They're in a very good position. They have 4 more points compared to their opponents. So it's just a matter of time before they end this match in their favor. However, of course, there's still an opportunity there for E-Wave to make this comeback happen. You just need to win 4 rounds in a row, which does seem like a hard job, but it's nothing unheard of. So if you're just playing these things out smart, they might just be able to do so. And it would be very good for them as well, of course. They are kind of sure, I mean, they're in a good position. They are in playoffs. They are going to be in the upper brackets, but just by winning against Entropy, they will secure themselves a spot in the as the 2nd team in the group, which will allow them to pick their opponent themselves based on the round difference. But yet, Sliwa actually getting the first kill there on Anti. That's already the Capital losing the life, and Sliwa with another kill there on Phantom. That's 2 attackers off the board in a very short amount of time. Just also the ace loss, no more heart-breaching capability whatsoever for Entropy, and that's a huge start there for E-Wave. Exactly what they could use at this moment, and it's a very promising I guess a very promising forecast for the remainder of this round.
Yeah, Entropy, I think, just got a little bit cocky there. Did not expect Shalbu to be playing in Glassroom as he takes. Entropy with surprise takes out 2 very important operators there. Of course, Ace, as you said, Heartbreach, that's off the board. Capital, put those firebolts and smoke bolts, can provide a lot of utility, as Nace being from below by Alpha does not find anyone yet, as HP are looking still to go through this trophy side. As he's taking a bit of damage on those Goyo canisters, but blocking off this doorway with the tracks. And looking for Dex finds a really nice shot onto Vasi. Now a 5v2 situation. Things looking very dire for Entropy, but still Dipsy does find himself killed by Afla, who's down really low HP. Could be killed by just 1 shot from that stronghold door. I think Dex was playing kitchen there. 2nd nade being thrown out But Shalu, just still playing in this corner, could find entry by surprise, but Rabs finds Apple by surprise. Now in a 1v4 situation. Now a 4v0 situation as last kill gets placed by Dex, and another round being won by E-Wave. Is this the beginning of the comeback for E-Wave, or will Entropy claw their victory back here this round?
Yeah, E-Wave themselves earning just another round to their scoreboard, of course. It's still 3 versus 6, so currently still Entropy having double the amount of points that E-Wave has. So still E-Wave in a very tricky situation, but at least the first round has been won. Just need to win 3 more in order to make it happen. However, they have now no, actually no, I was about to say they have won 2 in a row, that's why they're going to another bomb site, but no, they have lost the basement twice, have now lost the upstairs bomb site. They have won it, so they could go back to the basement, but of course have already lost it twice. So instead they're actually deciding to go to kitchen dining, which is of course a very interesting bomb site. Some teams prefer to go to kitchen meeting, some prefer to go to kitchen dining. It's really up to the team, whoever has a preference, whichever stretch you prefer to have, or which one you have prepared. But either way, both bomb sites are very much playable. Both bomb sites do require some kind of up-floor hold as well, as of course there's the kitchen hatch and also some verticality options, but at the same time also small tower. There's various options to play from there as well, which is clearly being utilized by the defending team so far. As the attacking team is now spawning, they're just gonna relocate themselves towards the small tower area, from where they will likely be attempting to go for first way in and trying to set some first pressure. But for now, not too much happening yet.
Yeah. That round that you have just won, that would break that momentum that Entropy has built themselves. I think they won 4 or 5 rounds in a row there, so that one round being won by UVF, that should be a huge morale booster for them. But they gotta transform that into 3 more wins if they want to have any chance of winning this matchup. Dipsy playing in small tower as Monty comes up those stairs. Will he see the mat? Yes, he does see the welcome mat. Not gonna step into it, but a lot of pressure being put onto this Wamai. Playing behind the shields. Of course, he has a lot of utility now. 2 ADSs and Wamai discs are gonna be quite useful there. That Frostman actually denying Monty being able to push Dipsy up a bit more. Really well placed there.
Yeah, the Monty just not safely able to actually deal with it with the frost trap, and that's so difficult for him. You cannot just push on. It's so annoying, and also the Phantom just hopping in, but doesn't know about the frost trap right there. Very unfortunate for him. However, the Monty does manage to push through, does do a bit of damage. No, actually gets killed instead. Ristos with the kill, Steve with the kill, Ristos with the kill. What is happening? Afladon finally finding Dipsy, but he's all left alone in this 4 versus 1 situation. The Ashe versus 4 remaining defenders. 1 minute and 10 seconds on the clock, which is still a decent a bit of amount of time which he can work with. Smoke Innocent luckily being missed, otherwise I would have also dealt quite a bit of damage. Unfortunately, he still walks into it, but in the end, it's a 4 versus 1 situation, a 3 versus 1. If the defenders keep playing fairly aggressive, he might just turn it into 2 versus 1 as well. He does find the Capcan as well, so this Capcan injured at this moment. He might just find the Frost if Frost is not playing safe enough, but in the end, it's the Capcan being finished. A 2 versus 1. This is very clutchable by Afla. This will be the clutch of the ages for this match, of course. It will be an ace for him as well, as he's the only one who has gotten any kills for his team. But in this 2 versus 1, he might just do it. Yes, he finds Ristos as well. That's Ristos injured. The Jaeger needs to be so damn careful at this moment, because he's the only one who can still win this round for his team. He's currently playing security. Afla is not quite sure where he's playing at the moment, so it's a bit of a tough position for Afla to be in, but he still does have a drone, so if he would like to, he could go for the drone, but in the end goes for the finish there on Ristos. That's the quad kill secured at least, and no more intel gathering from that injured operator, who is now, of course, taken off the boards. Then Afla, however, does unfortunately not have the diffuser. That's very unfortunate. He cannot go for the defuse. He needs to find the Jaeger, and actually getting so close with Jaeger, just slowly walking around the corner, hiding his position, and staying alive, which is, of course, so important right there. And therefore, we're winning this round, and therefore then also winning another round there on the side of E-Wave, putting the score on 4-6.
That was way too much. That was way too close for comfort there for E-Wave, nearly losing a 1v4 advantage. That just what? Why? I just have no words. Why I really don't understand why E-Wave was just geeking Afla, especially since he's just a machine for kills. Getting 4 kills, couldn't get the last one, couldn't find him. I think he thought he had diffusers he tried to plant in kitchen. He didn't have it, so round still went to E-Wave, but still that advantage should not have been lost by E-Wave. That was just way too close for comfort. But still win it out and still keep themselves in this game. As a 4-6 is on the scoreboard, and just 2 more rounds for E-Wave. E-Wave breaking Entropy's win streak of rounds here and really paying off for them. But Entropy, they still need 1 more round, and if E-Wave make just 1 major mistake here, it's over for them.
Yeah, and of course, also keeping in mind that UEFA has already played on this bomb site 2 times before, and not a single time they were able to win it. So this is clearly not a too great bomb site for them, or at least with the strategies that they have been pulling off before. So it's really up to EWave to actually make some kind of improvement to actually finally win this bomb site. If they don't, it will be all over for them. So picking this bomb site again is quite interesting. I was somewhat expecting them actually to go to kitchen meeting, but of course it is a difficult bomb site, especially if you're not fully prepared for it, and perhaps they are not. But at least we will now see them playing on the bomb site, on the basement bomb site again. Of course, you know the saying 3 times the charm, so perhaps that is true for them. It will work for them. But we're seeing a very interesting approach from Entropy as well. The Blitz and the Ying back in play as well. So if the gunfights are going to happen, and if those players will be making their way inside of the bomb site, it's going to be very difficult for them.
Entropy definitely backing on a bit of a more aggressive approach for their pushes here. That Goyakanis gets taken off a bit earlier than E-Wave would have expected. That's the ace charge of the board, and yeah, that's 0 charge left for Phantom. Phantom really would have rather had it get on that wall and get breach open, but oh my disc, catching it from the air and just snagging that piece of utility from Entropy's hands. Still, E-Wave playing very bunkered in this bottom floor, but those Yin Candelas are going to be coming out very, very soon here. Just preparing for an execute to come out. And we just need to wait for E-Wave to fully set up here, fully be ready, and get that, just that command to go in as the air charge blows up. That wasn't the signal.
Yeah, everyone
yeah,
is just waiting to make a move. Flashbangs are coming out, wherever Yinkadans are coming out. Blitz is rushing in. He's finding the first, or at least he's getting in contact with one, but he doesn't do anything. His reps are able to kill them. Blitz is getting injured as well. The Yin getting injured. It's not going well for Entropy right here. It's a 5-3 situation with Anti being injured and getting finished right now by Dipsy. And then Vessi with a kill there on Refs. And it's all falling apart. Refs and Rizzos with the final 2 kills, taking out the last Entropy members. And again, this is the first round in a row for E-Wave right here. The comeback is happening. They're just 1 round away from bringing this match to a 6-6, denying the match point and bringing this match to overtime. E-Wave is just finally waking up, and yeah, just 1 more round. This upcoming round is going to be so important for either team. If E-Wave wins, we will be heading to the overtime, like I was saying, and only 2 or 1 points can be earned. 2 by the winning team, 1 by the losing team. But at the same time, if Entropy finally manage to break this win streak of 3 rounds by E-Wave, then they will win this match with a 5-7 score, which is a beautiful score as well for both teams. It's a huge accomplishment because it's a really close match. But of course, I think really E-Wave is really hoping to win this upcoming round and bring things to overtime.
They definitely do, and they really wanna. Actually, I just realized that if they win against Entropy, if Stark wins their next match, that would mean that Stark is in the top bracket. Now, before, E-Wave have played against Stark, and they actually won that match 7-4. So I think E-Wave do not want Entropy to be in the top bracket. They want Stark to be in the top bracket, so they can play against them and hopefully win as easily as they won that best of 1 just earlier, this group stage. I mean, I guess that's what they're hoping for, otherwise that wouldn't really make sense why they're fighting so fiercely for this win. I mean, I guess for just for those brownie points, I mean, we can't deny that as NC. Oh, he's really close to those 2 defenders, and this 1 nade could mean, oh, that's Ravs off the board. In the first 40 seconds, and Ravs 2 with a nade. First 2 kills coming out from the nade, and a 3 frustration for E-Wave. Not looking good. This might be that major mistake that I was talking about that could signify the end of this comeback run from E-Wave as Dex takes a bit of damage from a nade as well. Those nades are working wonders for Entropy as a 3 frustration as Shulwu goes for a bit of an aggro play. Does pay off for him. But now, 1 minute 49 seconds left. Dipsy actually playing using a C4 to rotate. That's interesting. He might get caught out here, and he does, and C finds him. Now, 2v4, 1 minute and 40 seconds left.
Yeah, very explosive start to a round, which led to a 2 versus 4 situation with, of course, 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock. It's very close. There's double the amount of manpower on the attacking side, which, of course, is for Entropy Gaming, who is currently in the lead on match points. So E-Wave in a very tight position right here. Both of the players have lost some HP, or almost even both of them half or more of it. So they're in a very difficult position. And with this amount of time still remaining for the attacking team, they have plenty of time to go some drawing, do more damage with those nades. They have already seen 2 previous kills as well. So this Dex taken off the board, and now just all sleep all alive in this 1 versus 4 situation. He gets found, he gets taken out by Afla, and that's round end right here. An attack win there for Entropy Gaming, putting the score on 5-7 in the advantage of Entropy Gaming.
That round was, as you said, literally explosive. 3 kills from nades in that round, absolutely massive with those. We didn't see a lot of impact from those nades before, but Entropy finds those kills, and Afla in that matchup going absolutely insane with those 16 kills. Really, really well done by him, but of course, every single player on Entropy did a very good job guaranteeing themselves that second/third place. Yeah, they're guaranteeing them actually second place in the Group C and denying Stark the opportunity to get out of a lower bracket. But yeah, that seals the fate. Really well done by the team.
Yeah, indeed, a 5-7 score, a beautiful attempt of E-Wave to make the comeback happen. Because if you just think back, they were on a 2-6 score at one point, if I'm saying that correctly. I believe it was a 2-6 score. So then winning just 3 rounds in a row, almost getting to a 4th. Yeah, they just did such a good job on bringing things back, but unfortunately it wasn't good enough. Entropy with such an explosive start to this final round of this match. Just nade after nade kill. I'm not even sure what those players were still doing their setup. They were fairly late, if you ask me. And that was a very risky move of them, which they got punished for. So yeah, that's Entropy winning this match again, earning 3 points in the group, just kind of securing the spot in the top 3 of the group. Actually, they will be in the second place of the group even, just overtaking E-Wave right there. And then, of course, E-Wave needs to be a little bit scared of Stark, because if Stark is going to... no, that's not true, actually. No, actually, no, the top 4 is undecided, right?
Yeah,
I think
yes. They are.
Yeah, so it's going to be Team Misclick in number 1, Entropy in number 2, E-Wave in number 3, and then Stark as number 4 for this group. So this group is technically finished, although there's still 1 match coming up. It doesn't really matter anymore in terms of points, but it could still be a very interesting match as it's Royal versus Stark, which could be a very tight match, really, as these teams are fairly close in terms of performance within that group so far. So yeah, that was this match. And yeah, before we end this stream, we actually have one more thing to do.
Before you say that, I just want to
Sorry?
say that before you say
Oh, yeah?
say the thing, I actually want to say that that's the Group C finalist. We only have one unfinalized group. That's Group B, Molotov Gang versus Team Kodak. I think these two are undecided yet on who's going to be in third and who's going to be in fourth. So that's an upcoming match. It's going to be quite interesting. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, indeed, some interesting matches coming up. Just those final matches to close things out. Of course, a total of 3 matches still to be played in order before we can fully finish those group stage and fully know the seeding for the players. Of course, the seeding is already known. It's just a matter of time till we figure out which team will be ending in which position, till we can actually give them their spot. And then, of course, next week, Monday, so in a week from now, the 27th of March, is when the playoffs will start. So from then, we will have BO3 matches, just 1 match per evening, which will be played in BO3 format. So at least 2, minimum 2 maps being played, maximum 3. Of course, we're hoping for the 3 maps to be played. But either way, that's when really things start getting very interesting. It will be double elimination brackets, so some teams will be starting in the upper brackets, while some are starting in the lower brackets. But for some teams, it could be all over after losing a match there, which makes things a bit more interesting. So before we actually want to close out the stream for today, we actually have some sad news. Maybe some of you have already learned about it on Twitter or in some other through some other methods. But unfortunately, a player who was very well known within the community, which even participated in ESA Up at a point, has unfortunately passed away. I'm talking about Ben in this case, who was also known as Grow Gremlin. He played for teams such as MVG and Team Misclick. And unfortunately, earlier this month, he has passed away, which is very sad news. Very shocking news, of course. He's a very young player. I don't know his exact age, but of course, as a player, as a gamer, you're usually fairly low in age. Just terrible news to hear. For this reason, however, there's some of the MVG players and probably some more people being on board as well. They're actually hosting a kind of like a charity stream on Saturday. It's like a stream and tournament. So if you want to know more about this, I believe there's a button below on the stream. If you look on the information, you might not be able to see it on mobile, but I believe if you are on desktop, you will be seeing it below the stream right now. And there's actually some ways you can actually donate some money to actually to support a charity, and all of the money that will be collected will be going to the family of the passed away player, which is of course very supporting for them. So I will also be dropping a link in the Twitch at any moment where you can also find more information. But yeah, Saturday is when it will be happening. And throughout the link, you will be able to find more information. And of course, apparently, like the button is down there. I cannot see it at the moment, unfortunately. But that's also one of the ways to actually support this charity. So yeah, after this sad news, we will be ending this stream for here. So we wish you all a very good evening. Hope to see you guys tomorrow and on Wednesday when we have the final matches. And then, of course, Saturday at the charity stream / tournament. So for now, I'm wishing everyone a very good evening. Also, thank you, Next, for being here with me. It was a pleasure to guest with you. And we'll be seeing each other very soon. So for now, everyone, have a good evening. And we'll see each other later. Bye-bye.
Bye.